What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys a Week 7 match for NCL Season 7 Zipstrika, taking on Aaron and the Los Santos Sceptiles. If you haven't seen the team builder, you should check that out. It's a little bit broken, because I'm just having a hard time. I was feeling a little bit sick after talking, like, just very sore throat, stuffy. Okay, we see the Durant, Alchemy. There's no Lando I, so my Gliscor set is not as good as I'd like it to be. No Gourgeist either, which is fine. Durant, Raikou. Okay, so this is fine. No Druddigon, which is good. This means my Cinderace is probably my best lead here. Just pop this in the chat. Ian versus Aaron. And cross it off. So yeah, if you haven't seen the team builder, I would highly recommend checking that out. I do go in depth with where I'm going with this. I thought I turned to expect. Yeah, I did. Okay. But yeah, I think Cinderace is probably my best lead here. Just to stop a Galarian Darmanitan lead or like a Durant lead. There's literally no hazard. He didn't bring a single hazard. Like Druddigon and Orlando aren't here, so I don't have to worry about hazard, which is good. I didn't bring Defog anyways. Cinderace against G-Darm. Darman. I guess I'll just... Yeah, Pyro Ball one-shots that. Earthquake is the only thing that would kill me. But if I was fighting... Earthquake wouldn't even kill me, so I might just high jump kick right off the bat. I'm just going to lead Cinder. It's definitely my best lead here. In comes Blastoise. So that's terrifying because I pretty much had no answer to this. But I also think it might click a water move. Blastoise, Mega. Doesn't have the option to Shell Smash, but if it were to go for like Dark Pulse against Slowking, I actually tank Dark Pulse pretty well. Oh, this is G-Max. Whoops, that would be why. Blastoise Mega. Dark Pulse. Okay, Dark Pulse actually does a lot. But I can tank Water Pulse and Dark Pulse and I can just teleport out. So I'm just going to U-turn. No reason not to. We see that does 29. So let's calc that. 29. So it's probably max HP. Yeah, it's about max HP. And I'll go into Slowking. And it did Dark Pulse. So that's a yikes. Probably anticipating the Slowking. I'd imagine it's going to Dark Pulse again. Which might let me go Gliscor. I don't really want to risk Darkrai. 60.6. Slowking. 60.6. This is maybe especially bulky. That's like more of a high roll for uninvested. So I actually think I'm going to go Gardevoir. Pixelate. I think I'm going to go Gardevoir. It's about right? Yeah, it's about right. So when I Mega Evolve, Dark Pulse isn't going to two-shot me. And I can just fire off an unresisted Psychic here, which will do a fat chunk. So I'll just fire off an unresisted Psychic. Nice and 39. Dark Pulse is not going to be able to kill me. And Psychic's pretty free again, honestly. So I'll just do it again. Interesting decision. I don't know how much I like that. 41. Scald is a reasonably easy play on his part, but I also think that Gardevoir's kind of just done its job. So I'm just going to Hyper Voice, I guess. Yeah, Scald. Oh, it doesn't even kill me. So it can definitely just Scald again. So I'm going to sack this. Actually, opts to T-Bolt that time. Now that we've seen that, I'm just going to go Cinderace and U-turn. And we get a kill. And I can bring in Gliscor, I guess. Get off the Toxic Orb, which means I can't be burnt. So Blastoise is the choice. It might be fast. Not sure I necessarily need this all that much. I'm going to U-turn. We are faster. Guess I can go Darkrai, right? Darkrai against Alchemy. So I would tank an Aurasphere from this range anyway. So I am gonna go Darkrai. It's Rest. Dark Pulse Rest. Alchemy. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb. Stays in. I'm not doing that much. What are you rocking then? It is Aurasphere. It is Aurasphere. Dark Pulse Aurasphere. Okay, so it actually can't even touch my Gliscor. Well, not that well. So I'm actually just going to go back into Gliscor. Get up my rocks now. We do see the Dark Pulse does 29. That's pretty pitiful damage. I'm actually gonna... I kind of want to knock on a hard Darm play. Oh, he stays in. Okay, it's pretty irrelevant because he's just resting, and he's eventually just gonna run himself out of PP here. I'm gonna knock again. Oh my god, doing no damage. Rest. I'm gonna knock again. I really want to get up my rocks, but I also want to catch this Darm coming in. I'll get up my rocks this turn. Yeah, Dark Pulse is pretty pitiful damage against me, so I'll just knock. Dark Pulse. We'll knock again. Nice crit. And then this is the turn that I'm going to U-turn out into Cinderace. Or now that Rotom's here, actually maybe I can just go Darkrai. Gliscor, Rotom-Heat. U-turn did 5, telling me this is physically defensive, I believe. And it's definitely boots. I did 5 exactly. I'm not sure how that's possible. Darkrai would get a fat chunk off against this, which I think I just want to use my opportunity to actually just get damage off. So I'm just going to Dark Pulse. And if we catch the Alchemy, we catch the Alchemy, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, fat chunk of damage. No flinch, but now the Alchemy comes in, which is fine, it's taking 29. Which means I get my Gliscor in, and I can roost on this. Or I can U-turn into Cinder. I think I'll do that, actually. And I'm going to gunk this in the face. Gunk shot. No Durant, Rotom. That's fine. We'll get the gunk off. Actually goes hard Darm. Which makes sense. I'm just going to go Slowking. I'm going to go into Golurk the next time on the Alchemy. So he's got a couple plays. He can go Durant. He goes Blastoise, which I think is probably the worst of those plays, because I can go Gliscor now and roost up. Or just get my rocks up, which actually isn't a bad play here either. Just gonna Dark Pulse. I'm just gonna roost this turn. Sawing this out of Dark Pulses, which is good for me. put Slowking in a much better position to just wall this. I'm gonna knock. And U-turn out. No, I'm not gonna U-turn out, I'm gonna Roost. Is this a turn he rests? He's gonna Dark Pulse. Knock. There's the rest. So, Cinderace will two-shot this. I could risk Golurk. I don't know if it's worth it. Slowking's not in a position to tank a hit here. I might just have to sit here against this, to be honest. Go for like rocks and stuff. This rest Blastoise is putting in a lot of work for him. Gliscor, I think, is going to be potentially a win con depending on how many knockoffs I retain by the end of this. So I'm just going to go for rocks constantly. Once he runs out of Dark Pulses, Golurk walls this, so if he's going to keep opting for Dark Pulse, then I'm just going to be able to sit on top of this. Alright, we're going to get rid of the Alchemy's item here, which is good. So we'll get rid of those lefties, and now I can U-turn out. Probably into... Oh, interesting. Darm play. Okay. I'll just go into Cinder, which should be able to U-turn, right? Cinderace, Darman, Itan, Galar. U-turn definitely kills this. So I'll just U-turn out. He's either going to have to give me Darm, which pretty much means that Gliscor wins the game, which is what he opts into doing. So from here, I can go into Golurk. I don't know if Golurk doesn't really tank Dark Pulse from Blastoise, but I can go Darkrai, potentially bait in... actually, if I go Darkrai, I think I bait in Durant 100%. So I'm willing to just go Gliscor, because I can U-turn out afterwards anyways, and we'll get our recovery back. So I should just be able to sit on top of this Durant with Gliscor. As long as I retain enough knockoffs, I'm fine against that. Again, once we get rid of all these Dark Pulses on Blastoise, Golurk just walls that too. So Alchemy comes in. I guess I'm U-turning into Slowking, which is really the least useful member of the entire team at this point. Draining Kiss is just going to do nothing, and it's actually Contact, so that's really bad for that. I'll go for a Toxic on the Calm Mind here. Of course I missed, and if it's Draining Kiss, I just teleport out, right? I can just teleport into Cinderace here, and we'll be able to kill this with presumably Pyro Ball, but I know that Gliscor can always switch into Blastoise, so I can just click Pyro Ball here. It's not even a question. So Blastoise can come in, but Gliscor just sits here on top of Blastoise and Durant, so I think that Gliscor just pretty much wins this game from here. I don't really actually have to do anything to this Blastoise to just beat it, so I can just constantly go for rocks. If you want to spam, just go faster. Roost up here, because I really have no reason not to. I'm just wasting these Dark Pulses. Just gonna keep going for Dark Pulses, doesn't really matter to me. Durant comes in, this cannot touch me, right? I'm pretty confident in that. Let me pull up Showdown on another monitor. I always do this to myself. I'd be a little bit worried about Ironhead. How much damage Ironhead would be doing? Durant. You don't get any kind of ice coverage though, do you? Shadowclaw, X-Scissor. So it's only Ironhead that would be doing any kind of damage. Yeah, it's only Ironhead. So Gliscor against Durant. Ironhead's doing a chunk. If it's Choice Band, I'm in a position to tank 1. Okay, so it's Orb, and he flinched. So I guess I just go for Roost here. Yeah, Gliscor just sits on this team. As long as I don't just get flinched to death, then I can just sit here. Ironhead. It's just constantly going for it. I'm gonna go into Slowking. What's it? X-Scissor. To Slowking would just kill it. So I guess I'm just gonna go for like U-turn into Cinderace or something and click HJK. Cool. Alright, so now I Roost again. And now I U-turn again. And actually, I think I'm just going to go Darkrai, because Darkrai might just be able to clean this up. I should just be able to click Dark Pulse against this. Darkrai. Blastoise. Mega. Which we know is max HP, at the very least. And it could just be fully Spit F, to be honest. Okay, so he just threw that away. And I'm assuming it's just first impression on the Durant that he's bringing it back in for, so I will go into Golurk. And then go into Slowking on the Ironhead, I guess. Nice! Alright, so we pick up a nice 5-0 win against Aaron and the Los Santos Sceptiles. Yeah, that was really well played, actually. I think I played that game really efficiently. I'm surprised that Slowking just did nothing. Wait, when did I get a Choice Band? I think this is glitching out. I don't have a Choice Band, and I'm not No Guard, so it's picking up my Golurk set on my Slowking set. That's interesting. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Next week we take on Magic and the New York Meloettas. This was a pretty big win for us, I'm not going to lie. I've not been feeling great about my season so far, and I'd like to get back to 500 and above. So yeah, next week we take on Magic and the New York Meloettas. He's got a Dracovish, which is terrifying, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.